Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Backroads Homestead Podcast, Season 1, Episode 3. Thanks for joining us. My name is Ryan, and during these podcasts, we are doing farm chores, typically, while we are talking about what's going on the farm, as well as in the world. So this morning, it's a brisk 30-some-odd degrees, and we need to go get some fuel for the tractor and lawnmowers and all that. Maddie is wagging her tail excitingly right here next to me as I put the fuel jugs in the trailer to go make the pilgrimage for fuel in machines using taxed fuel that shouldn't be taxed because I'm not using it on the road, but it is what it is. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Got mostly sunny skies, birds are chirping, lower humidity, supposed to be in the upper 60s today. Getting close to Valentine's Day here in the Ozark Mountains. Just unbelievably nice outside. A lot of stuff is sprouting. A lot of stuff is starting to come alive. Checked out the comfrey last night, and I would say probably more than half of them have new leaf sprouts already coming up through the little bit of leaves we threw on top. Gonna have to trim the blueberries today, as well as the fruit trees, as we are inevitably going to have an early budding season, which is extremely dangerous because a freeze after they're all budded will devastate crops. I can hear my neighbor's generator doing its cycling. Should probably start the Jeep, let the Jeep warm up a little bit before we head into town to get diesel and gasoline. Walking by the New Holland tractor this morning, that's being picked up. We have, once again, failures on the New Holland. The bucket roll is leaking by itself, so they're going to fix it. This is going to be the third time they're trying to fix that, and it's frustrating. Hey, both of those fuel jugs are full. Sweet. Well, I need to get diesel primarily. So they're taking that. The parking brake also, the return spring for the parking brake lever fell off behind the dash. So now my parking brake's all screwed up, which means it'll turn off when you get out of the seat and the cruise control won't work. So fun times. I have to bungee down these gas cans. Have a big tarp on the trailer. We're going to be picking up mulch later today in a nearby town. We figure out how to secure these to the trailer as best we can. So went to our homesteading meetup last weekend, and it was amazing. Really great people, focused-oriented homestead prepper types, not doom and gloomers, looking at solutions. How can we work together? How can we increase trade? How can we help each other out? It's not all, oh, the world is ending. Woe be to me. Those doom and gloom groups, they're a bummer, man. Yes, we know the world is going to go to crap in 2024, but you can sit there and dwell about it and cry in your pantyhose, or you can do something about it and be proactive. And I choose to hang around people who are proactive, who are growing more food, getting their communications and first aid set up, getting training. Those are the types of things that I want to be around. Those are the types of people that I want to be around. The ones who are going to do something about it. Put up a fight to not die when the Marxists say it's time for you to keel over and go to bed. Not today. Those are the people I want to be around. So there was a number of different, these gas cans, they suck. Okay. There was a lot of different types of people at this meeting last weekend, and people who own large farms, small farms, no farms. There was a good mix of people. There was presentations from master gardeners, composters, microgreen growers, the whole works. Pretty awesome. I did record some of the audio from these snippets, and I'm not sure if I'm going to release it or not. The audio was very quiet, and when you run it through the editor, try and clean up the audio and bring it out so it was at a manageable level. The digitalization of the voice is very apparent, so it sounds fake. So I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do. I don't know if I can release that footage, but I just wanted to try it. And there was so much good information, we should be able to replicate it, and we'll be posting it here on our podcast. Our intention is to go to a lot of these meetups and report back, report on, or regurgitate information, not only for ourselves and our listeners, but for the public at large, which will be good. What else has been going on? Patty, come on. Get the dog inside the Jeep. Time to go. Go to the store and grab some fuel. So, what else is going on? Let's see. We released a few videos. We're doing our soil test and stuff we learned in that class. Went to the UW extension, or UW. I always say that. We are in Arkansas, right? Not Wisconsin. Went to the extension office, picked up our soil sample test instructions and a bunch of different booklets on things, and started taking our soil test, documented that. You can see that on YouTube and Rumble and in our blog section on backroadshomesteading.com. The intention of the soil test is to verify what nutrients in the soil are lacking. What we intend to be growing in those fields needs to have, certain nutrient values. So we're going to do that test, get our stuff back in 3 weeks, and then we'll figure out how we need to amend the soil. We're continuing to compost, mulch. We'll be doing everything we can to, keep building that soil. And over the last 9 months in our back fields, we got 2 roughly 100 by 100 cash crop fields that we'll be using for making everything from raised beds and raised rows to traditional planting methods, doing the three sister method of doing some Native American style planting and that kind of stuff. So we're showing out a whole bunch of different growing types. We have electroculture lines in those fields. We do just a gamut of different things. So that's our test bed, essentially, for all the different things that we're trying to do. So the soil tests, we should be able to get those done today, send those off to the lab, and the University of Arkansas shoots us back a result in a matter of weeks. We put sides on the trailer this week and made it so we could get more compost and mulch on the little caravan 12-foot trailer with collapsible sides. And I did make those sides with U-bolts that were really, I only took one U-bolt to each side because it has supports to hold it from bowing out, and I only needed one to secure it. So basically I can take all the sides off in a matter of minutes with just, a few bolts. So that's good. We'll pick it up more mulch this afternoon, like I was saying. Try to make some rows. We did put the first bit of compost that we made, which wasn't quite done, but it was done enough. When you mix it with the soil, it won't be hot anymore anyway. There was a lot of leaves and, greens and browns, of course. Sat over winter, so it had the proper amount of time. It was still a little warm, but not bad. And mixing it with the native soil, we shouldn't have too much of an issue. I don't think there's not enough media to make it hot because we tilled it into the soil. Did get a broad fork. We'll be broad forking before we plant. I think I'm going to start doing a lot of the potatoes the next day or two. So we'll be reporting on that, putting those blog posts together. Lots of busyness happening in the beginning of February here at the Backroads Homestead. On the business front, we are continuing to help other businesses, small business owners with their business by giving them affordable websites and hosting solutions. That's one of the things we do at the Backroads company. That's going to be Backroads Studios, and filming intro videos and things for our other friends. I would really like to, with all the homesteading stuff, I would like to offer our services primarily to other homesteaders and how do you set up websites, marketing material, print material, online stores, offline stores, point of sale software, blah, blah, blah. Stuff that all works together seamlessly and integratedly without a lot of fuss, without a lot of fees, and, things that can also accept cash and gold backs without, any additional things needed. So we've been building community since 2012 on a number of different platforms, and now we want to offer that to homesteaders as we ourselves continue to grow in the homestead community. Oh boy, what else? Going through our courses for becoming state nationals, learning the legalities of what we thought we knew and that was wrong and what we now know, and going through a lot of kind of boring stuff, definitions of words, laws, Constitution, Bill of Rights, case law, and coming to the realization that becoming a state national is the right choice for us to get our freedoms back, to live a constitutional life, to live a moral and ethical, lawful life by natural law, by trust law. So these are things that in our evolution of becoming free, we are studying. Not really done too much yet, but that's what's happening. So taking our courses on trusts and getting all that situated, and it's like a second job, learning all this stuff, the legalese of what it is we're doing. You know, we have to be able to back up what it is we're doing, and we have to understand what we're doing enough to explain it to others. So you might see courses on that eventually. There are some courses out there right now, but I believe from a building block educational standpoint, I would be able to bring some meat to the skin to the game, I guess, by presenting things in a more efficient fashion and teaching people how to look up what they need to look up, defend themselves how they need to defend themselves, and go through all that. So that's ongoing as we, develop what it is we're doing this week, this month, this year. We'll keep reporting back on it a little bit here and there. Still working on our websites. The Backroads company website still needs a lot of help. Studio website is that we now have enough clientele where we can showcase a lot of what we've done for other people and put our own studio website together. It was crazy that we didn't even have the studio website up. I was basically just showing people other people's work, and word of mouth advertising is all we really had. So that all funds the operation. On the fun side, we did get the boat running again. So gonna get some different starter batteries for that. And take people out. We're talking agritourism when we're talking bringing people to the homestead to experience the homestead life, a joyful life, a life worth living. Having the tourism, experiencing nature, both on the homestead and in the surrounding area is, one of those things we want to do, and do it with people who, are looking to replicate that. We want to help bring the homesteading lifestyle to as many people as we can. All right. So we'll be reporting more on that. Please read sign up for our free e-newsletter at backroadshomesteading.com. There's a join tab. There's also numerous join modules on the website for joining. And that gives you a more in-depth look at what it is we're doing, and kind of collectively puts all the information that we blast out each week or each month and summarizes it nicely in a little email. We're going to try to do that at least once a week if we can, if not every other week. So we have a couple dozen people signed up already on that just started, and we encourage others to do that as well. That's our direct line of communication. And if you have any questions on anything, you can reply back to that email, and I theoretically should be able to get it. So that's your direct link to us. Well, without further ado, I'm going to end episode 3 here as I get some fuel and continue working on the homestead. I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless, and make this day count, ladies and gentlemen. Do something to further your independence. My name is Ryan, Backroads Homesteading. See you in the next episode.